Hi students, so in this video we will continue the discussion of dot product between two vectors. So we will first discuss vector equation of planes. So vector equation of a plane which is passing through a point capital A with position vector A bar and perpendicular to a vector n bar. So plane is passing through capital A means this point lies on the plane, and if plane is perpendicular to n bar, that means n bar will act as normal to the plane. So this is the vector equation of the plane passing through A bar perpendicular to n bar. So let us assume a plane like this. So this is a plane which is passing through a point capital A with position vector A bar. Let us assume this to be normal to the plane, or n bar is actually perpendicular to the plane. That means n bar will be a perpendicular to plane means perpendicular to board means n bar will be actually like this as I place the chalk piece. So n bar is perpendicular to the board practically. A is on the plane means on the board. Now I will take another point P with position vector R bar. So we are assuming any point P with position vector R bar on the plane. So P is also on the plane means on the board. Okay. So if I join A and P, AP bar is clearly on the plane. So AP bar is a vector on the plane here, and N bar is perpendicular to the plane. So N bar is perpendicular to plane means this N bar is perpendicular to any vector in the plane. That means n bar is perpendicular to any vector drawn on this board. Any vector. So if you draw a vector like this or like this or like this, any vector will be perpendicular. Any vector in this plane will be perpendicular to n bar. So AP bar is also a vector in the plane. So AP bar must be perpendicular to n bar. So therefore, from figure, it is clear that AP bar is perpendicular to n bar. So AP bar perpendicular to n bar means when two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product is 0. So AP bar dot n bar is 0. AP bar can be written as OP bar minus OA bar dot n bar is equal to 0. So what is OP bar? Position vector of P, R bar. OA bar, position vector of A bar. Dot n bar is equal to 0. So this is your vector equation of plane passing through A bar perpendicular to n bar. So this is the required equation. Now we can further simplify like this: R bar dot n bar minus A bar dot n bar is equal to 0. That means R bar dot n bar is equal to A bar dot n bar. We can further simplify like this. So here A dot n is definitely a constant because dot product will be constant. To get the Cartesian form of the plane, that is the geometrical equation, or in the actually coordinate geometry, we will have equation of planes now. To get that model, R bar must be taken as xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar always to get the Cartesian form or coordinate geometry form of the plane, equation of plane. Okay, so this is the vector equation. So when we are taking R bar as xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar, and when you are taking this n bar which is perpendicular to the plane, if you are taking as ai bar plus bj bar plus ck bar, okay, then Cartesian form of the plane, Cartesian form of equation of plane will be like this: xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar dot ai bar plus bj bar plus ck bar is equal to, this a bar dot n bar is definitely dot product means constant only, no? So therefore this constant I will take some k for example. Okay, so this a dot n I am taking as some constant where k is a scalar. Now perform dot product between these two vectors, multiply I bar terms ax, multiply j bar terms by, multiply k bar terms cz is equal to k, or minus k is equal to 0. So this is the Cartesian form of equation of the plane. So whenever you are given a Cartesian form, that is coordinate geometry model of equation of plane, remember this a, b, c are components of the normal or perpendicular to the plane. A, B, C correspond to the normal components. X, Y, Z correspond to any point on the plane. R bar is any point on the plane. Okay. So A, B, C correspond to normal. X, Y, Z correspond to any point on the plane. Okay. So for example, if you are given Cartesian form, directly by seeing the coefficients of x, y, z, you can write the normal vector. By seeing the coefficients of x, y, z, you can write the normal vector, remember. Okay, this constant k I am taking as a dot n, that means some constant you will get here. So this is the Cartesian equation of the plane passing through a bar and perpendicular to n bar. So here is a question. Find the Cartesian equation of the plane passing through this point and perpendicular to this. Cartesian equation means coordinate geometry formula. Okay. So plane is passing through a point A which is -2, 1, 3, and our required plane is perpendicular to this one, that means n bar. I will take like this. So if the point is taken as A, then position vector of A, OA bar, I can take as A bar, which is -2i bar plus j bar plus 3k bar is the position vector of the point A. So therefore, what is your required equation of plane passing through A bar and perpendicular to n bar? This is the formula. Passing through A bar, perpendicular to n bar. So if you want the Cartesian form, this is the vector equation of the plane. If you want Cartesian form, always take R bar as xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar. Why I am using this? Because Cartesian equation of the plane you want. If you want the vector equation, you have to keep R bar as it is and substitute A bar, n bar in this. So since you want Cartesian equation, you have to take R bar like this. So R bar minus A bar, that means -2i bar plus j bar plus 3k bar, R bar minus A bar dot n bar. So 3i plus j plus 5k is equal to 0. Simplify, see. I bar terms you see first. X plus 2. If I bar is common. J bar is common. Y minus 1. Take k bar common. Z minus 3. Z minus 3 k bar. Dot 3i bar plus j bar plus 5k bar is equal to 0. Now we will do dot product of these two vectors. So dot product of these two vectors means multiply I bar terms first. X plus 2 into 3. Multiply j bar terms y minus 1 into 1. Multiply k bar terms z minus 3 into 5 is equal to 0. Now simplify. You will get 3x plus 6 plus y minus 1 plus 5z minus 15 is equal to 0. So if you try to put in order, 3x plus y plus 5z, 6 minus 1, 5 minus 15 minus 10 is equal to 0. So this is the vector, this is the Cartesian form of the equation of the plane which is passing through a point and perpendicular to a vector. So to discuss the normal form, so let us take the equation which we just derived. So if you take r bar dot n bar dot n bar is equal to a bar dot n bar, I am taking. Just now we derived this. So to get the normal form, what is n bar here? N bar is perpendicular to the plane. So if this perpendicular vector to the plane is taken as a unit vector, that is, this is actually normal to the plane. So if this becomes unit normal, means it is a normal which is a unit vector, then you will get the normal form. So to get the normal form, this must be a unit vector. So therefore, to get unit vector here, divide by modulus of n bar. Divide by modulus of n bar. So r bar dot n bar by modulus of n bar is unit vector. So I am writing as n cap. This complete RHS is constant only. A dot n is constant. Modulus of n bar is length or magnitude of n bar. This is also constant. So I am writing as P. This is the normal form. Okay. So in the normal form, r bar represents any point in the plane. N cap is unit normal. Means it is normal, which is also a unit vector, and this P represents perpendicular distance from origin to the plane. So whenever you are taking normal form, you must have unit normal here, and whatever you have in the RHS side represents the perpendicular distance from origin to the plane. So since P is perpendicular distance, we have to take care that P is not negative. We have to take care that P is not negative because this is perpendicular distance. So this is called as normal form of the plane. Normal form of the plane. Okay, so if you take the Cartesian form of the plane, for example, ax plus by plus cz is equal to k. This is the Cartesian form of the plane. So therefore, to get the normal form, what you will do? Divide by modulus of n bar. What is n bar here? Just now we discussed that this ABC means coefficients of xyz. This ABC are components of n bar. Okay, so n bar is ai plus bj plus ck. By seeing the coefficients of x by z, we can identify n bar. This is n bar. So divide by modulus of n bar means which? What is modulus of n bar here? Modulus of n bar means under root a square plus b square plus c square, no? So whenever you have the Cartesian form, you have to divide with this. Divide with modulus of n bar means this only. So you have to divide with this if you have the Cartesian form to get the normal form. Okay. So dividing with under root a square plus b square plus c square. That means ax plus by plus cz by under root a square plus b square plus c square is equal to k by under root a square plus b square plus c square. This becomes the normal form in the Cartesian form. And remember, RHS must be positive only because RHS represents perpendicular distance from origin to the plane. This must be constant. This must be positive only. For example, if you are having negative quantity here, multiply with minus on both sides first. Then you will get positive quantity, which becomes the perpendicular distance, and hence it becomes the normal form. So if for Cartesian form, this is the process you have to adopt, and for vector form, you have to get this model, which is called as normal form of the plane. Okay. Now find the vector equation of the plane passing through this point and perpendicular to this vector. That means this is n bar, normal to the plane. And also find the distance of this plane from origin. So if you want the distance from origin, you have to write the normal form of the plane. So okay, so a bar, plane is passing through this point and plane is perpendicular to this vector. That means n bar, this is normal. This is normal. Okay, so you know that the equation of plane or the vector equation of plane passing through a bar and perpendicular to n bar is this one. So if you simplify, you will get r bar dot n bar is equal to a bar dot n bar. So if you want the vector equation, directly you can substitute n bar, a bar in this. Vector equation of the plane passing through a bar, n bar means you can substitute automatically. You will get that vector equation. So what is your vector equation now? See, r bar dot n bar. That means 3i bar minus 2j bar minus 2k bar. R bar dot n bar is equal to a bar dot n bar. So 2i bar plus 3j bar minus k bar dot 3i bar minus 2j bar minus 2k bar. So therefore you will get r bar dot 3i bar minus 2j bar minus 2k bar is equal to dot product of these two. So you will get 6 minus 6 cancel plus 2. So this is the vector equation of the plane. If you want the distance of this plane from origin, you have to convert into normal form. Convert into normal form means this is n bar, no? You have to divide with modulus of n bar. Okay, so divide with modulus of n bar to get the normal form. So normal form will be r bar dot 3i bar minus 2j bar minus 2k bar by what is, this is n bar. What is modulus of n bar? Under root 3 square plus 2 square plus 2 square. So both sides you divide with modulus of n bar to get the normal form. So r bar dot 3i bar minus 2j bar minus 2k bar by, when you simplify, you will get root 17 is equal to 2 by root 17. This is normal form. That means it is r bar dot n cap is equal to p, this form. And whatever you have in the right side, RHS, this indicates the perpendicular distance from origin to the plane. You have to take care that this is not negative. If you are getting a negative output here, multiply both sides with minus. Of course, this is a positive value only. So therefore, whatever you have in the RHS means 2 by root 17. This is the perpendicular distance from origin to the plane. So this is the second part of the question. 2 by root 17 is your answer. Okay, next discussion is, if you want angle between two planes, for example, r bar dot n1 bar is equal to k1 and r bar dot n2 bar is equal to k2. These are two planes. If you want angle between the planes, it is same as angle between their normals. Angle between planes is same as angle between normals. For example, if you have one plane like this and you have another plane like this, you want the angle between the planes, then you have to take the normal of first plane. You have to take the normal of second plane. For example, normal of second plane is taken like this. Then angle between these two, that is angle between the normals, is actually angle between the planes. So angle between planes is always angle between their normals. So from this equation, you can identify that n1 bar is the normal of first plane, n2 bar is normal of second plane. Therefore, we can write that angle between planes is same as angle between their normals. Okay, so for example, if theta is the angle between n1 bar, n2 bar, how can you find theta? If theta is the angle between these two, you can use cos theta formula to find the angle between these two. What is cos theta formula? n1 bar dot n2 bar by modulus of n1 bar modulus of n2 bar. Okay, you can use cos theta formula or you can use sin theta formula also, but relatively this is easy to find. This is easy to find. And if you want the acute angle, take modulus. If you want the acute angle between the normals, you have to take modulus. Okay. So here's the next question. Find the angle between these two planes. The planes are actually in the Cartesian form. And we have discussed that whenever Cartesian form is given, the coefficients of x, y, z itself are the components of normal to the plane. These coefficients of x, y, z will give you normal to the plane. So for this first plane, normal can be taken as 2 minus 3 minus 6. So minus 2i bar minus 3j bar minus 6k bar. For the second plane, these coefficients of x, y, z will give you normal to the plane. So let N2 bar be the normal to the second plane. 6I bar plus 2J bar minus 9K bar is the normal to the second plane. And angle between planes is always angle between their normals. So angle between these normals is nothing but angle between the planes. Okay. So for example, if theta is angle between the normals, then cos theta is n1 dot n2 by mod n1 mod n2. So if you want acute angle, you have to take modulus. That is, if at all you are getting a negative output, that is the thing you have to do. So n1 dot n2, 2I bar minus 3J bar minus 6K bar dot 6I bar plus 2J bar minus 9K bar by modulus of n1 bar, that is under root 2 square plus 3 square plus 6 square modulus of n2 bar under root 6 square plus 2 square plus 9 square. Now you have to simplify. First of all, if you do the dot product of these two in the numerator, dot product, multiply I bar terms 12, J bar terms minus 6, K bar terms plus 54. Denominator, what is this? 36 plus 9 plus 4. That means root 49. 36 plus 4, 40 plus 9. And coming to this one, it is 81 plus 40. That is under root 121. So root 49 is a known value. Root 121 is also a known value. So therefore, 12 minus 6 means 6 plus 54. You will get 60 by 7, 11. So 60 by 77 you will get. This is cos theta value, of course. But the angle between the vectors means theta you have to find, not cos theta. Theta, angle between the normals, means is actually angle between planes. Theta you want. That means theta will be cos inverse of 60 by 77. So this is the angle between the planes, which is of course calculated using angle between normals. Now let us discuss angle between a line and a plane. So for example, let us consider a plane like this. So I am taking a parallel vector to the plane. That means I am taking a line on the plane which is referred as a vector parallel to the plane. Now I will consider, for example, a line L bar. This is parallel to the plane. This is L bar. Means some line. So angle between the line and the plane is your concept. So angle between the line and plane is always angle between the line and angle between the line and a parallel vector to the plane. So this is the angle between the line and the plane. But we cannot take the parallel vector of the plane directly. We can take the normal to the plane. But parallel vector to the plane means directly we cannot get. So hence what we do is, we will consider normal to the plane. Okay, so if I consider a normal to the plane, For example, if I consider normal to the plane, so normal will be perpendicular to any vector which is parallel to the plane. So this is taken as a vector parallel to the plane, no? So this must be perpendicular to the normal of the plane. So therefore this angle is 90. This is theta. So what is the remaining angle? 90 minus theta. So here L bar is any line which will be of course given. Normal we can find from the equation of the plane. So what is the angle between line and plane? Theta. But you can calculate this angle because you know L bar, you know N bar. You can find the angle between L bar and N bar, which is 90 minus theta. This angle you can calculate. So here, angle between L bar and normal to the plane is 90 minus theta, but our requirement is theta actually. Our requirement is theta. To calculate the angle between line and plane is our requirement. This is the information we know. You know L bar, you know N bar. So therefore, you can apply cos theta formula for this. Okay, so if L bar, N bar are known, so if A bar, B bar are two vectors for example, if you want the angle between these two, what you will do? Cos alpha is equal to A dot B by mod A mod B. That is, if you take cos, you will get this formula. If alpha is the angle, this is a formula. Instead of alpha, you have 90 minus theta here. So therefore, I can write like this. Cos of 90 minus theta is equal to, just apply cos on both sides. Take cos on both sides. So cos of L comma N, you can use this formula, no? So cos of L comma N means L bar dot N bar by mod L mod N. And what is cos of 90 minus theta? Sin theta. Now if you simplify this part, you will get sin theta. And when you get sin theta, you can calculate theta from that. So if theta is the angle between the line and the plane, this is the formula to calculate that theta. That means actually if theta is the angle between line and plane, 90 minus theta becomes the angle between the line and the normal to the plane. Using this information, we applied this formula. That is, we took cos on both sides, and cos of L comma N means you can use this formula. A dot B by mod A mod B formula you can use. Cos of 90 minus theta is sin theta. So you can use this as a formula to find the angle between a line and the plane whose normal is N bar. So this is the information to find angle between a line and a plane.